Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bourbon Brothers. I'm Cocktail Kevin here with my good friend
Straight Up Kelly.
And today we've got a little bit of a different lineup. We're going to do Penelope, but we're going to do it in two phases. I've got 4 bottles selected here, and we're just going to touch on 2 of those today. I'll break out the cocktail at the end. But before we get started, I did want to share that Kelly and I have decided to begin to hide Easter eggs on each episode. So some of our listeners out there and guys that are following us, you'll start spotting it. And if you do, please reach out in the comments and say, hey, I figured out this week's Easter egg. And we'll let you know if you're right or wrong. But we'll have something a little different in our setup here each and every week.
Yeah, it could be placed on the bar, it could be placed back here on the rack. And it could be absolutely anything, anything from a cut off Aussie head to
to a poster.
Yeah.
You never know. It could be anything.
Yeah.
We bring this up because I recently gave a card to a friend of mine and he said, hey, I recognize that one item you have. And I said, yes. And it made a connection between me and him. And then again, talking with the kids, they're like, Dad, people hide Easter eggs all the time. He probably thought that was an egg. So anyways, it's something cool that we're going to start doing. And I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah. And again, feel free to hit us up in the comments. Tell us, hey, I think I know this week's Easter egg. I know what's different about your set. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So this week, we decided to go with Penelope. Which I mentioned. We're going to start off with Architect, which is, I believe, one of their originals, if I'm not mistaken. Kelly can show that to the camera. Architect was one of their first or originals that they came out with. They're fairly a young bourbon company, right? Bourbon distillery?
They are a fairly young bourbon distillery company. From what I read on their webpage, I think they didn't start operations until about 2018. So
fairly new.
And they've come an extremely long way in about, 7 or 8 years.
Now, a fellow bourbon connoisseur out of Woodford County, it's the Woodford bourbon guy. He's a big Penelope fan. I think he does a lot of his cocktail mocktails and all of the stuff that he does on his podcast. There's your shout out, buddy. He's big Penelope. So that kind of inspired this 4-bottle collection that we've got here today. Let's go ahead and sample this one, Kelly. Where'd you say they were out of?
They are out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Not Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So it's an Indiana whiskey.
Yeah. This one is, I think this one, according to the website, it's age stated for about 4 to 5.5 years.
I got you.
And this one comes in at 104 proof.
104 proof.
So
let's check this one out. Now, again, it's one of their original blends. It's the Penelope Architect. I think it's one of their more common purchases if you're a Penelope fan out there. They've got several other ones. As you can see, we've got them displayed here. And again, Kelly, you said this is out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana?
Lawrenceburg, Indiana, okay. Not mistaken for Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
All right, well, let's try this one.
Okay.
Let's check this one out.
See the how the color looks on this one.
It's actually real light. It's got a light color to it.
It's light color.
It's not like a dark. I'm not getting any kind of dark amber, dark anything on it.
Like a light amber, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Not too bad.
Heavy straw, light amber.
Yeah.
Let's put it to the nose. Wow. Now I know why they call it Architect.
Yeah.
A lot of complexity here. It takes a lot to build a home.
It does.
So the Architect, I get the thinking behind it now. It's got a lot going on just on the nose.
It is. It's an art. It's a little bit of a complex nose.
I'm definitely picking up the spice. The vanilla caramel. Kelly and I mentioned that every week. Spices?
I'm getting probably about 80% spices is about what I'm picking up on.
A little bit of citrus, rind, citrus scent, maybe.
Mostly spice, maybe hints of citrus or vanilla and caramel, but to me, a very
cinnamon, spicy, maybe an allspice. This is a Hindu drink.
Could
no,
be,
I'm just joking.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's put it to the tongue.
All right.
And then do a finish. A little bit of burn on the back end.
A little bit of burn on the back end. Nothing too.
104. You really pick up on that 104 on the back end. I did.
The front end was smooth. The front end was real smooth.
Peppery.
Absolutely peppery.
Yeah, you get that pepper taste.
Spice.
Yeah, the spices are really coming out. The pepper comes out,
but nice and complex. If you like a nice complex,
it is nice on the tongue. Again, the 104 proof, so you're going to feel it. You're going to taste it for sure.
Yeah, it does get you a little bit on the back end, but other than that, it's a very
on the throat, baby. I could taste that one on the throat.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Good.
Straight Up Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
That comes to you straight from Straight Up Kelly. Okay, our next one on today's episode is going to be, I think we're going with toasted, right?
Yeah.
Let's do the toasted.
Okay.
We'll save the other two for next week's episode. Again, the Penelope family out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I'll pour these, Kelly.
Okay.
What do you know about this one? What's the...
So this is the toast version. And as we all know, that's becoming a popular thing with bourbons. You know, the Basil Hayden has their toasted versions.
Corked bourbon. Toasted.
Yep.
I love a good corked bourbon.
This one is it's actually a non-age stated according to their website, but from what I was able to gather, it's somewhere in the 4 to 6 year age range.
Okay. Gotcha.
And this one comes in at exactly 100 proof, which to me is, that's right in the 90 to 100 degree.
Yeah, that's my realm. I like that one. Kelly likes to go a little over 100 if you can.
Yep. So,
I'll tell you what, I really liked, you mentioned the NAS or non-age statement, just to share with some of our viewers out there. A lot of bourbon distilleries don't want to give up their mash combination. They think it's top secret, or they'll make the bourbon somewhere. It'll be distilled one place and distributed another place.
Right.
And you've got so many different distilleries now trying to get their fingers in the mix, so to speak. It's really, really not a rare occasion for a bourbon distillery company to go, no age statement. They don't want to tell you that it's an 8-year or 10-year or 13-year. Because other distilleries will go, okay, well, if we age ours for, we got a similar mash and age it that long, maybe we'll get that same outcome. So I get why they do it, but we just want to share that with some of our followers and listeners out there. So I've got a support here, Kelly. Let's give this one a color.
All right.
Right up to that light.
And this one looks like it could be a tad bit darker.
Look at that. Yeah.
Not too much, but it is a tad bit darker.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's get it.
The color's good. I just I went straight to the nose. Couldn't help myself. I'm actually getting an aroma off of it before I even.
Now this one definitely has.
It's maybe a rye in the mix because it's a little sweetness, and I was picking it up as soon as I got the glass up and we were color. I'm doing my swirl check and I'm picking up
a kind of like a rye aroma, but it's also
sweet. This is a sweet. That's the only reason I say rye, because it makes it on a little bit of the sweeter level. Sometimes I'll use a rye to get a smoky, which gives it a more robust or stronger scent. But this one here's a real sweet scent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What are you picking up?
I'm picking up almost maybe like a hint of. This is going to sound strange, but like a hint of citrus, not strong citrus, but a hint of it, and spice, and kind of like toasted, maybe like toasted marshmallow, something like that.
Yeah, I can get that.
So very nice, very pleasant.
Almost like a s'mores.
Yeah, almost like a s'mores.
Like
very pleasant.
A marshmallow.
Yeah.
See, now I'm getting like a honey scent, like a honey flavor. So it's that sweetness that I'm picking up on. Well, let's give this one a mouth
All right.
and see what it.
So on this one, for me, there's no burn on the front or the back.
Yeah. This one was very, very.
It was definitely smoother than the Architect.
Not as complex. The Architect had a lot of stuff going on. It seemed like with the spices, the cinnamons, the this, the that.
Yeah.
This one here was a little more smooth, a little more mellow. You mentioned marshmallow. Maybe it's a mellow. Marshmallow. So it's a laid back bourbon. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, I think that my taste buds are probably liking this one a little bit over the Architect. Not to say that the Architect wasn't a pleasant pour.
Right.
This is nice.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
Oh, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take me another sip here.
All right.
Oh yeah, that is a sipping. To me, this is a sipping bourbon for sure.
That's a good one. Yeah. Good one. Yeah. Okay. Well, Kelly and I are going to step away real quick. When we come back, I'll do my weekly cocktail coming to you from Cocktail Kevin. But we'll go over the book too and let you guys know our thoughts and reveal on this week's 2 bourbons. And stay tuned for next week. We'll do the other 2. Hang tight. All right, guys, we're back. And listen, Kelly and I liked both of these. And for today's cocktail, we've both agreed we're going to go with the toasted. I'm going to do a toasted. So with the toasted, let me start off this cocktail by saying, love that cork. So glass of ice. I will do 1.5 ounces of the toasted Penelope plus 3/4 because there's 2 of us.
Hell yeah.
That's the story I'm telling. We're going to go with, let me put the bourbon up. Back up here on display. There we go. 3/4 of an ounce simple syrup.
Oh, wow. I'm liking this.
And then we're going to do, this is a cherry tib.
All right.
So, and we're not getting sponsored by anybody. I'm going to block out their name so that you can't see. So we're going to fill our glass with Mr. Pibb. Again, this is just over ice. Now, this is the phenomenal part. A lot of you guys seen me out here with my shaker and my strainer. Today, I'm going to use the stir stick because there's no real citrus in this. So it's just a stir. Now, the quality part of this is I am going to strain it. But guess what I'm straining it over? These are black cherry ice cube balls.
Oh my God.
And who doesn't love some little cherry ice cube balls? Look at these things. They're the cutest little cherry balls you've ever seen.
Outstanding.
So, a friend of mine told me, he said, you really got to try some of the black cherry. And he mentioned to me that he had a machine that could produce these. And I go, you're kidding me. He showed it to me and everything. They're not cheap. They're about $300-$400 for some of those machines. So he showed me a way to kind of cheat the system. He said, make you just a couple of little cherry balls, throw 5 or 6 in a glass. And then instead of doing the shake, we did a stir. And then this is just going to be a simple pour for Kelly's cocktail. There you go.
Awesome.
And then for Cocktail Kevin's cocktail. And we'll give this a sip. This is called the Cherry Cola. Here you go.
All right.
Try it. Tell me what you think. It's a dark cherry cola. It's the dark cherries is what it is.
This is good. This is smooth. without being overpoweringly sweet. Amazingly, I like it.
See, a lot of people think I do a lot of the sweetness, and I do. I do throw in the citrus. I throw in the lemons, the limes. I love some of the flavors, but the dark cherry really turned me on with this.
Yeah, if you like.
And then when I found that Mr. Pibb cherry float in a bottle, I'm like, oh, this is going to.
That's a lock right there.
That was it. Yeah. So cherry cola.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the cherry flavoring. Yeah. This is the stuff right here, man.
Cherry cola. All right, so while we're sipping on this, Kelly and I'll go over the book. Wow, that's pretty good. Now listen, 1.5 ounces of the bourbon. I went a little heavy because Kelly and I are professionals. We're trained to do this.
We are trained to do this.
We are trained professionals. Don't try this at home, kids. All right, so we got our trusty book out. And you know what? I almost forgot. Last week, we had our very first guest. Matt was with us last week.
Yep.
And our scratch-off game, which we often forget about, we ended up doing Old Ezra.
Old Ezra.
And Old Elk. Old Ezra, I did find is right. Is that it there, Kelly? Yeah.
It is Old Ezra.
Old Ezra. Okay. So we'll do a quick scratch on this. There we go. And we'll try to keep you guys updated as we take some off of our scratch off chart. We'll let you know what we're doing. Okay, so back to the book. We're going to give you our rundown on the Penelope Architect and the Penelope Toasted, which we both agree we really like. That's why I used it for today's cocktail. Okay, so again, they come out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, 750 milliliter bottle. Price point on this was about $50 to $55 for their common. I don't want to say the common, but it's their straight bourbon. It's their version of just a straight up bourbon. A lot of complexity to this. So it comes in at 52% ABV. So it's 104 proof. That's what gave me the little kicker on the back end, just having that, either the complexity of the bourbon itself or the fact that it was a 104. It was a little above my pay grade. We both agreed that it's an amber. It's a dark color. We liked it because it was spicy. I felt it was a little peaty. It had that musky scent to it. The complexity, I think, was the build on that. Full body and a little bit of citrus. Kelly and I both agree it's a 3.5 on appearance, a 3.5 on taste, and a 3.5 on mouthfeel. So overall, this is going to be a 3.5 barrel bourbon. Now, for the star of the show, the Toasted. Kelly and I both agreed on this one. So on this one, again, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, 750 milliliter. Price point was $55 to $60. So it's a little more money you're spending just to get this one in your pocket, but it's well worth it.
Yeah, I was going to say
$5 extra.
Yeah, for a few extra bucks, it's worth the money.
The caramel vanilla, we pick up on these all the time. Oh, I left out. This is a 50 ABV, so it comes in at 100 proof. 750 milliliter. It's a little lighter on the color. Originally, we said it was around the same amber, but the more we talk about it, look at it, and share our thoughts and opinions, it's more of a gold color, maybe a rich gold, but it's great, great bourbon. Full body, full balance, little citrus. We picked up bits of toffee, maybe graham cracker, marshmallow. You mentioned marshmallow,
toasted marshmallow.
I mentioned the s'mores. So all of that comes together. On appearance, Kelly and I both agree it's a 4. So I think we both agreed on that. As far as taste, I kept it at a 4. Kelly gave it a little more on the taste. He really enjoyed it, a 4.5 for Kelly. Overall mouthfeel was a 4.5 for both of us. And so that gives it a 4.5 barrel overall. That's the star of the show right there, the Toasted Penelope. You guys can put that one in your books. That'll close this book and this episode of the Bourbon Brothers. I want you all to remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Always drink responsibly and never drink and drive.
Be cool.